What's up, guys? It's Blackwing2040 and I'm back with another Justice League of America comic book review for you guys. And we are going to be reviewing Justice League of America When Worlds Collide. Now, here's a good look at the cover right here so you can see who's who. And as you know, for those who've watched Young Justice, they know who the African American character is on the right here. Everyone remembers Icon from Young Justice and of course his sidekick Rocket. And now, when worlds collide, the comic felt confusing to understand at first. I mean, I just read it for a second time. So, it was very complicated to understand what was happening, what was going on. The plot was very... I'm not saying it was out of order, but it felt all over the place. But it was still a good book to read. So, it involves the members of the Justice League fighting a group from Milestone Media, because this is where all these characters are from. They're from Milestone Media, and this is where Dwayne McDuffie first created the character Static. Oh wait, if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but still, don't take my word for it. A lot of these characters are from Milestone Media. So, this is like kind of a comic book crossover, but Milestone was an imprint from DC, and it went pretty well, and that's pretty much where Static was created. So these are the characters that you have here. You have you have Starlight, the woman that looks like all glittery with stars and everything. The reptile's name is Payback. The bald female is Gloria Mundi. The woman to the left of Gloria, or right if I might say, is Iron Butterfly. And as I scroll to the next page, the man to the very end of the page is Hardware. The tall woman is named Donner. Or am I saying it right? I think her name is Blitzen. No. Her name is Donner. Her name is Donner. I'm correct. The female in the skiing outfit, her name is Iota, and the woman sitting in the chair is Blitzen. That's Blitzen. And the character all the way to the right wearing the top hat, he looks like a man. His body's just clouds and everything. His name is Twilight. So their main mission was to help get Dr. Light, Kimoyo Hoshi, the hero Dr. Light, trying to get her powers back. And so, but in order for them to do that, they actually ended up infiltrating the Watchtower. But then again, and still, they got their butts, the fight didn't begin yet. They got caught by the Justice League. And so you have the Justice League going up against the Shadow Cabinet. And so Icon punches Superman so hard out of the Watchtower, but turns out it was just a ruse. So the League and the Cabinet don't know that they're not supposed to be fighting each other. Superman and Icon are having a conversation on how his boss, whose name is Dharma, who told him of a forthcoming crisis that's coming, which is pretty much the final crisis. And this is where the story pretty much takes place. It takes place during the final crisis. So as the team ends up fighting the cabinet for so long, they end up sorry for looking at the screen for so many times. They end up getting attacked by a villain named Shadow Thief. You guys know who Shadow Thief is. He's also an enemy of Hawkman. And while the League was fighting the cabinet, Hawkman entered from the Slideways teleporter, asking the Justice League for help. And so they were able to put Shadow Thief down for a bit. But here's the thing. He has an extra little power extra. He's actually able to mimic the person shadowed. He's able to bring a shadow to life just by touching it. So pretty much the Justice League and the Cabinet are fighting shadows of themselves. And back at Dr. Light's home, you have Rocket. I just wanted to show you guys this. I bookmarked this picture just so you guys can see Rocket. And it was awesome to see her. And then plus she's Icon's sidekick. So they actually, the mission was a success. They got Dr. Light her powers back. and the League was able to take down Shadow Thief. But after they defeated Shadow Thief, he created a shadow version of the moon and was about to crash down to Earth. So Superman went out, was going to destroy the Shadow Moon. It worked, and after that the Shadow Cabinet left, and they said their mission was a success. But Dharma told them of the forthcoming the final crisis. He told them that a death is going to happen, and it showed an image of Batman. And we all know Batman supposedly died in the final crisis, but we all know he didn't really pass. So in between this storyline, there's an interlude which was like an aftermath of the final crisis. The Justice League of America is actually falling apart now. So Hal Jordan and Green Arrow they made their own splinter Justice League. They made their own team. Black Canary does not approve of this, and she wants their real League back together, because after Batman's death, death, the League has fallen apart. Let me show you guys what's going on with the League itself, because a lot of members have left. And plus, one thing I don't like though, and I forgot to mention this from the past reviews I made, Red Arrow and Hawkgirl were actually having a relationship with each other. And let's just say every time Hawkgirl brought up Hawkman, he would get jealous. Like, he was like, why are you mentioning Hawkman around me? Well, I thought you loved me. And it didn't really feel right. So here's the list of Justice Leaguers that happened. Well, or supposedly happened. So here you are. You have Batman, that's supposedly deceased. Black Canary, who resigned. Black Lightning resigned from the League. Flash resigned. Green Lantern is on call. Hawkgirl got injured. Red Arrow is on leave. Red Tornado is on leave. Superman is on call. And Wonder Woman is on leave as well. So they feel like after the whole team has been dismantled, the only members that are around here are Zatanna, Vixen, Dr. Light, Firestorm, and Green Lantern John Stewart. But they're still able to hold themselves together. And since Black Canary was the chairwoman of the League, everyone pointed that John Stewart should be the chairman, but he declined, even though he fits the role perfectly, because he has the leadership aspect in him really, really well. So back to the main storyline. The League, Firestorm and Dr. Light went to interrogate Shadow Thief, and turns out he was actually working with someone, and he said that was supposed to be his lord, if I should say. And turns out this character's name is Starbreaker, and here's what he looks like. This is Starbreaker, and he's not really a villain he's pretty much a lesser known villain. This is the comic where he's first introduced, and he doesn't really do much. He's just the main threat in this storyline, and that's it. So Shadow Thief disappears while kidnapping Dr. Light, and so the League decides to call up Hardware for help. Yeah, they called up Hardware for help, because no one understands the teleportation process that Shadow Thief used except for Hardware. So they were able to find Dr. Light, rescue her, and turns out Starbreaker was actually trying to kill Dharma, because inside him is energy that Starbreaker wants. Who knows what he's going to use it for. So the League, Hardware, and Icon were able to defeat Starbreaker, and after that the world is saved, yada yada yada. And then Dharma thanks Icon for his services, and he says he is dismissed, and that was it. Guys, I'm sorry that this review felt a little dull, but this comic book story really, it didn't really end on like a high note. I mean, I love Dwayne McDuffie. I love his writing. And one picture I forgot to show you guys. This is actually Starbreaker's true form. So, give me a second. Here we are. This is his true form. Zatanna did a spell, and she said, reveal Starbreaker's true form, and this is it. But other than that, the storyline felt dull. It felt boring. It was weak. It really felt weak, but it was, I wouldn't say it's a good way to end off Dwayne McDuffie's run, but he did his best job. And Dwayne McDuffie, he's a really good person. I mean, may he God bless his soul, for I forgot to say, because he passed away in 2012. But Dwayne McDuffie, he's done some amazing stuff. He was a huge comic book fan as well, so it was nice to end this, to have this book end his run along with the characters that he has created as well. So that's the end of this review. I'm sorry I felt rambling and out of place, but that's really what the story felt like. It really was. So stay tuned for the next review of Justice League of America. It's going to be called Justice League of America Team History, and this is where we see the new Justice League try to pick themselves back up from where the original league has been dismantled. So, and just a teaser, there's a Blackest Night tie-in in there. So I hope you got, because I love Blackest Night. I know I know a lot of people out there love the Blackest Night. So I hope you guys are excited for me to tell you this. So, but until then, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden, and April Fools.